Today is April 17th, 2015, which marks a historic day for our country as we fought for our freedom in the American Revolution. Today we'll take a glimpse into the past as we go through the battles of Lexington and Concord, the Battle of Bunker Hill, the Battle of Saratoga, and the victory of Yorktown. Shall we begin? The Battle of Lexington and Concord, fought on April 19, 1775, is what kick-started the Revolutionary War, which lasted from 1775 to 1783. The lead-up to these battles was caused by the British taking a series of measures to gain revenue in the 13 colonies. These measures included the Sugar Act, Stamp Act, and Townshend Acts. The Sugar Act was the tax imposed on sugar molasses imported into the colonies as a way to raise revenue from the American colonists in the 13 colonies. The Stamp Act was a law which enforced that all the colonial residents had to pay a stamp tax on every printed paper, including legal documents, contracts, newspapers, pamphlets, playing cards, dice, and much more. As for the Townshend Acts, these were indirect taxes imposed on glass, tea, lead, and paint imported into the colonies. The Townshend Acts were imposed because of the repeal on the Stamp Act. When British troops began marching from Boston to nearby Concord, the colonial men were alarmed by Paul Revere that the redcoats were coming, which led to the confrontation at Lexington. The militiamen had been heavily outnumbered. No one knows to this day which side fired first, but it resulted in a disperse by the militiamen's commander. The British at the time were cooped up in Boston with the General Thomas Gage. Gage decided it was the right time to attack the militiamen who had dug in on Breed's Hill. On June 17, 1775, Gage took 2,400 British troops to Breed's Hill in the customary board line. The colonists who were already at Breed's Hill would hold their fire till the last minute to begin shooting down the redcoats. With the surviving redcoats, they would attack 2 more times. They would succeed the 3rd time only because the colonists ran low on ammunition. By the time the war was over, the colonists had lost 450 men, and the redcoats had lost 1,000 men. In the autumn of 1777 was the Battle of Saratoga. American forces met, defeated, and forced a major British army to surrender. This crucial American victory renewed patriots' hopes for independence, secured essential foreign recognition and support, and forever changed the face of the world. British General John Burgoyne led a large invasion army up the Champlain Valley from Canada, hoping to meet a similar force marching northward from New York City. The southern force never arrived, and Burgoyne was surrounded by American forces in upstate New York. Trapped by superior American forces with no relief in sight, Burgoyne surrendered his entire army on October 17th. His surrender was a great turning point of the war, because it won for Americans the foreign assistance, which was the last element needed for victory. The battle took place on Tuesday, October 9, 1781, in Yorktown, Virginia. The British Army and Hessians, led by General Cornwallis, fought against the Americans and French, led by George Washington. As Cornwallis chose Yorktown at the mouth of the Chesapeake as his base, Washington realized that it was time to act. He ordered Marquis de Lafayette and an American army of 5,000 troops to block Cornwallis' escape from Yorktown by land, while the French naval fleet blocked the British escape by sea. By September 28th, Washington had completely encircled Cornwallis and Yorktown with the combined forces of Continental and French troops. After 3 weeks of non-stop bombardment, both day and night, from cannon and artillery, Cornwallis surrendered to Washington in the field of Yorktown on October 17, 1781, effectively ending the war for independence. This battle was known as the most important battle of the Revolutionary War. It not only ended the war, but also ended in U.S. victory. Well, that's all we have here today. I'm Rogelio, signing off from CNN News. Good night. Hi, I'm Rogelio. Castro. Hi, I'm Rogelio, and you're watching CNN News.
Xesenia!
Stop!